Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey that begins with the quiet hum of a drone skimming across the ocean's surface. What started as a routine exploration for marine biologist Dr. Rachel Turner quickly unraveled into something far more extraordinary and unsettling. Beneath the waves, where sunlight fades and shadows grow long, she stumbled upon a sight no one could have anticipated. A graveyard of downed planes and sunken ships, their secrets untouched by time. But what lay inside one of those wrecks would leave even her speechless. If you've ever wondered what mysteries the deep sea might hold, or if humanity is truly alone in its quest for discovery, then this is a story you won't want to miss. Stay with me, because what lies ahead is stranger than fiction. Let's dive in. When marine biologist Dr. Rachel Turner launched her drone for a routine ocean scan, she anticipated capturing serene aquatic life and coral reefs. But what flashed on her screen was far more alarming: a graveyard of downed planes and sunken container ships. Her heart pounded as she piloted the drone closer, realizing this was no ordinary underwater sight. What she found inside one of the wrecks left her utterly speechless, something no one was meant to ever lay eyes on. Rachel couldn't believe her eyes as she navigated the drone. Through the watery graveyard, twisted metal and broken hull spanned as far as the eye could see on the screen. Her fingers danced over the remote controls, zooming in on the ghostly shapes below. Each ship and plane looked eerily untouched by time, preserved in the cold embrace of the ocean. She had never seen anything like it. She piloted the drone closer, its camera capturing every detail of this underwater anomaly. From the quiet hum of the drone, she could discern aircraft wings emblazoned with faded insignias and ships bearing rusted names. Rachel maneuvered the drone through shattered windows and open cargo holds, absorbing every haunting image. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more amazing stories. Each pass revealed more questions than answers, deepening her curiosity and gnawing apprehension about what was going on. Rachel's heart pounded in her chest as she continued to explore this bizarre, uncharted area, the site of so many lost vessels, each with its own story of tragedy or mystery, was overwhelming. She wondered how it was possible for such a collection to remain hidden for so long. Yet it was clear this was no random assortment. Something deliberate lay beneath the surface of those cold, dark waters. Inside one of the larger wrecks, Rachel's drone discovered something that made her sit back in shock. The drone's lights illuminated a room filled with strange devices and eerie artifacts. She captured images of what looked like old documents, maps, and cryptic symbols hanging on the walls. This was not just a shipwreck. It was a treasure trove of secrets that no one was ever meant to find, deepening the mystery even further. Undeterred by the chilling find, Rachel decided to investigate the wreckage further. She guided her drone into the depths of the ship, maneuvering through tight corridors and pasted obstacles. Every corner held new discoveries: mechanical contraptions, dusty logbooks, and artifacts that seemed out of place in a maritime setting. Her curiosity drove her deeper, determined to uncover the origins of these perplexing finds and their connection to the graveyard. Rachel quickly deduced that none of the ship's end planes had any records in publicly accessible databases. She combed through maritime logs, aviation records, and historical accounts, but found nothing matching the missing vessels. This massive graveyard seemed to be a collection of ghosts absent from official histories. It was almost as if they had been deliberately erased, a fact that only fueled her determination to unravel this deep-sea mystery. Frustrated but not defeated, Rachel decided to contact experts in maritime history for any information. She sent out emails and made phone calls explaining her unsettling discoveries. Responses trickled in, but the details were sparse and unhelpful. A few historians expressed interest, but most were skeptical or dismissive. Still, Rachel persisted, convinced that someone out there knew something about this strange undersea collection and its secrets. Rachel's persistence paid off when she stumbled upon a few identifiable wrecks with enigmatic historical archives. These records were shrouded in mystery, often accompanied by strange, unexplained gaps in their timeline. Some spoke of secret voyages and undisclosed cargo, while others hinted at disappearances under suspicious circumstances. While the information was scanned and fragmentary, it was enough to spark new directions for Rachel's investigation and to deepen the overall mystique. As Rachel delved deeper into the records, the suspense around the origins of the wrecks began to mount. With each uncovered document and mysterious log entry, she pieced together a convoluted puzzle that seemed to span decades, if not centuries. The air around her buzzed with excitement and tension as she sensed she was on the brink of a groundbreaking discovery. Warnings and mysterious messages began to surface, urging Rachel to stop her investigation. Emails, letters, and even phone calls all carried the same ominous tone. At first, she dismissed them as pranks or the work of overzealous individuals. However, the persistent nature of the warnings made her uneasy. Yet, the curiosity that had driven her this far was now overshadowed by a sense of dread and intrigue. She decided to ignore the threats and pushed on with her research. Rachel was determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, regardless of the growing peril. Each new find seemed to pull her deeper into a web of secrets. She double-checked her equipment, ensuring the drone was ready for more extensive explorations, fully aware that time was of the essence. Her resolve only strengthened with every threatening message she received. Rachel meticulously cataloged the ship names and their peculiar details. She gathered data from every piece of metal the drone scanned and every nameplate that was still legible. She noted the faded insignias and unique markings, piecing together the histories as best as she could. Rachel spent countless nights comparing her notes, cross-referencing them with whatever fragmentary record she could access. Her journal became a treasure trove of bewildering yet compelling information. A recurring pattern of deliberate misdirection started to emerge. The ship names, their insignias, and even the locations where they supposedly went down seemed to be intentionally altered. Some names appeared in multiple logs, but with different destinations and departure dates. The deeper Rachel dug, the more she became convinced that someone had gone to great lengths to obscure the truth. The inconsistencies hinted at a broader, more sinister agenda at play. Rachel's research notes were tampered with, and online records became corrupted. Files she had meticulously compiled suddenly showed signs of authorized access. Pages in her journal were torn out, and digital logs in her computer had been mysteriously altered or deleted. Her frustration grew as progress seemed constantly sabotaged. She took extra precautions, backing up her data in multiple secure locations. Yet, the knowledge that someone was actively working against her fueled her resolve. She received anonymous threats urging her to cease her investigation immediately. These weren't just emails anymore. She found threatening letters slipped under her door. The language was menacing, warning that her persistence would lead to dire consequences. Rachel felt isolated, but refused to give. She knew she was on to something monumental, and the threats only confirmed the significance of her findings. She prepared herself for whatever came next, tightening her operational security, employing new protocols to shield her efforts from prying eyes. Each day she carried on, knowing that the answers lay just beneath the surface, hidden amongst the wrecks. Despite the mounting pressure, Rachel's commitment to uncovering the deepest secrets kept her moving forward, unwavering in her pursuit of the truth. She reached out to an old acquaintance, an investigative journalist named Alex. Rachel knew Alex's expertise could offer invaluable insights into the perplexing underwater water graveyard. After an initial cryptic conversation, Alex agreed to meet her, intrigued by her findings. Rachel felt a sense of hope rise within her as she prepared to share the mysterious details she had unearthed. This could be the key to unraveling the secrets hidden beneath the sea. Alex had been researching similar wreckage patterns for years. His extensive background in investigating unsolved maritime mysteries and downed aircraft made him an expert in this field. He had compiled countless files, pieced together obscured records, and analyzed maritime logs with a passion fueled by both curiosity and skepticism. Alex had spent years connecting the dots. Rachel realized that his wealth of knowledge could help them break open this enigmatic case. Rachel met with Alex at a small, obscure cafe to exchange information and gain insights. Over cups of strong coffee, they pored over her drone footage and Alex's old files. The backdrop of clinking cutlery and murmuring patrons faded as they intensely discussed their findings. Rachel handed over a USB stick containing her drone scans, while Alex produced maps and documents he had collected over the years. The journalist provided crucial background knowledge on past government cover-ups. Alex revealed extensive documentation on secret military experiments and clandestine missions that seemingly vanished without a trace. These weren't just ships lost to the abyss, they were parts of operations never reported in official records. The wreck Rachel had uncovered began to make a twisted kind of sense as Alex outlined the historical nuances and hidden agendas that matched the patterns. Alex explained how multiple countries had hidden dangerous experiments at sea, from covert weapons testing to biological and chemical trials. Various governments conducted high-risk operations far from prying eyes. These activities resulted in numerous vessels being sent to their watery graves, often with their crews left as collateral damage. Rachel listened intently, feeling a chill as she realized the scope and extent of what they were dealing with. Rachel learned about the geopolitical stakes connected to the sunken wrecks. Each piece of evidence pointed to power plays between nations that could have far-reaching implications. Alex pointed out how these covert operations often aligned with periods of heightened political tension or conflict. The discoveries beneath the sea weren't just maritime mysteries. They were pieces in a larger, more dangerous game. Understanding this elevated Rachel's sense of urgency and responsibility. Alex shared documentation linking the wrecks to clandestine government actions. He produced declassified reports, redacted correspondences, and cryptic memos that hinted at the involvement of several countries. These documents connected the dots between the wrecks Rachel had discovered and historic covert operations. Some papers were so heavily redacted they were nearly unreadable, stoking their curiosity even more. Rachel could feel the weight of a monumental mystery on their shoulders. The documents detailed secret government knowledge of advanced alien technology, schematics of unfamiliar machinery, coded messages, and even photographs that defied logical explanation filled the pages. The bizarre symbols and alien scripts suggested a level of technological sophistication far beyond anything publicly known. Both Rachel and Alex's hands trembled with a mixture of awe-trepidation as they sifted through each page, slowly piecing together the fragments of an extraordinary hidden narrative. Rachel and Alex realized the global implications of this information. If true, the documents hinted at a collaboration or perhaps competition among the world's superpowers over alien technology. This wasn't just a local or national issue. It had potential reverberations around the globe. They knew that unveiling these secrets could alter geopolitical dynamics and possibly even humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. They debated the safest way to make this information public. Rachel leaned toward immediately alerting the scientific community, while Alex suggested more caution, fearing backlash from powerful entities.